Let's talk about how to build intuition. In the previous two videos, we discussed how intuition works and when you can trust it. In this video, we'll discuss 4 ways your intuition makes itself known and how you can become more attuned to those feelings. And if you're one of those people that thinks you don't even have an intuition because you can never hear it, I'll have an exercise for you at the end of the video to aid you in recognizing your intuition so it can start growing. Also, I'm curious, how does your intuition usually reveal itself? Let me know in the comments below. The first way to build your intuition is to listen to your gut. Now, you've probably heard this expression before, but what you may not know is that your gut is actually wired to your brain through the gut-brain axis. Signals are sent between your gastrointestinal tract and your central nervous system. Thus, the knot you feel in your stomach is actually your brain's way of telling you to take caution. Thinking things through can take too long, so when your brain wants you to take immediate action, it causes you to feel something instead. So the first thing you want to do is pay attention to what you feel in your gut. Sure, it could have been something you ate, but if that feeling didn't start until a particular person entered the room, and the feeling goes away as soon as you leave the room, it's probably your mind's way of telling you to be wary of that person. If you start to feel sick or queasy the moment a particular idea is brought up, ask yourself why you're so apprehensive about it. Your mind is trying to tell you something, and it's using your intuition to do it. It recognizes a pattern, and it's best to know what it's trying to tell you before moving on. The second thing to look for is your energy level. When people talk about something that they know is right for them, they tend to be energetic and excited. Even if that new venture is a lot of work or very risky, they're still excited. That's your intuition's way of telling you to go ahead with the idea. Conversely, when something isn't right for you, you'll likely be lackluster when talking about it. Maybe you logically decided that it makes sense, but you just can't get excited about it. That's your intuition telling you that you won't be happy with your decision. Paying attention to your energy levels can also be useful around people. Some people bring you up and make you feel happy and excited, while other people chronically bring you down and leave you feeling drained. Energy vampires are usually best avoided, and your intuition will tell you when they're around. The third thing to watch out for are flashes of insight. We've all had those moments where we're thinking about a person right before they end up contacting us, or a completely random idea seems to come out of nowhere. You can train yourself to be more intuitive by paying attention to these flashes of insights. Don't just ignore them or dismiss them as interesting. Instead, take note of them. Write them down and act on them whenever possible. Train your mind to notice these insights instead of ignoring them. The fourth thing you can do to build your intuition is take a moment to yourself. Meditation is often brought up along with intuition. This is because intuition is the automatic thinking that your brain does as opposed to conscious thinking, and meditation is used to calm the conscious mind. It can be difficult to notice your intuitive impulses when your mind is racing, so learning to calm your mind can be very helpful. The more you practice calming your conscious mind, the more you'll notice your intuition. And to be clear, meditation is just one option. You can journal your thoughts for a few minutes, you can take a walk alone, or just find a quiet place to sit and relax. Getting away from the influences of others so you can calm your mind will help make your intuition more noticeable. If you're still struggling, consider doing something exhausting, like working out or going for a run or playing a sport. Sometimes you need to get out of your mind and into your body. And doing something physically demanding can help quiet an overactive brain. I mentioned at the beginning that I have an exercise to help those of you who never notice your intuition start to finally recognize it. And for those of you who already have a strong sense of intuition, this can make it even stronger. The exercise works by teaching your mind to recognize the pattern your intuition makes. And we know from previous videos that intuition's all about pattern recognition. Take a moment to look back on a situation from your past that ended poorly. Examine your thoughts and feelings and look for those moments where you had an uneasy feeling. You may even find those aha moments where you say to yourself, I knew it, because your intuition was telling you the whole time that it wasn't right. You're looking for any time you had a feeling and that feeling turned out to be right. It could be the smallest thing, like noticing that a person seems slightly off, or something unexpected happening in an otherwise predictable situation. You don't need to be right all the time, but you want to notice when you are right and train yourself to notice when you get those feelings. If you think you don't have an intuitive sense, it simply means you've trained yourself to ignore it. This exercise will help you retrain yourself to pay attention to it once again, or pay even more attention to it if you're trying to strengthen your already powerful intuition. I hope this helped some of you out. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more videos coming your way soon.